Good morning, everyone. Hey, welcome Tuesday morning, the day after our beginning of boot camp. So we're pretty excited that you're here. Kristen and Nancy and Kim and Sean and I and a few other people are logging on. So first of all, we just want to say we want to know how many of you were on boot camp last night. Okay, you were on boot camp, and Kristen, you were too. Were any of you on getting started, the starting point? The starting point. Okay. Because we kind of wanted just to see where each of you were. And Sean and I were talking this morning of just finding out what your takeaways were. And it was super exciting, just the whole idea of going straight from leadership call and condensing it so that everyone can make it. So come off mute and just share with us some of your takeaways. Don't be shy, because there's nothing silly. We all have those aha moments. You just don't forget to unmute yourself. Let's see.
I really like the, can you hear me?
Sorry about that. I had my volume up.
I really like the continued emphasis on using the simple systems, because that's always very helpful to be able to use the things that we already have and that have proven.
Yeah. Nancy, did you personally do a switch from just figuring it out to using the simple systems?
No, that's how I've been taught all along.
Perfect.
But it's still good to keep hearing that.
It is, because we kind of start to go off on a little track instead of coming back and keeping it simple. Rinse and repeat. Someone else? Just share with us what your takeaways were from last night, whether you were on starting point or whether you were on boot camp. And sometimes it's already knowing, it's just being reminded, or sometimes you're listening because maybe you have a skill, but you're learning how to pass it on to your coaches and how to lead them better. So,
well, maybe I can help. Oh,
sorry, go
someone
ahead.
else? No, I was just going to help ask the question even a little bit more. So you go right ahead.
Okay. I was on the not the Get Started, the Go ED one, whatever one that was. And somehow I missed the memo on simple systems. I don't know how. So that was actually really cool, because I was a little bit stressed. I just got my first coach. So I was a little stressed that I was going to have to try to figure out how to convey all this information to her. But the fact that a lot of it is just like already, like there's either videos made up or there's PDFs already made up, that was a huge sigh of relief, because I would like to go ED or higher. And so I'm just trying to think about, how do I have all this time to teach all that stuff? So that was helpful. And then also, I appreciated that they explained how the points worked, because I was a little bit unclear on that as well. And so now I kind of understand, I thought that you had to have 20 clients to be ED. And that is one way to do it, but I didn't understand that that's not the only way to do it. So that was very helpful to me as well. And I just like structure and organization. So just the fact that they're going to go through stuff, that was helpful to me.
Kristen, thanks for sharing that. And actually, the blended path where we have some clients and start a couple of coaches, that's the preferred path. Because what that does is we're duplicating ourselves, and there's more chances, more people are going to get healthy. So we say yay and welcome to having your new coach that you announced. That we're super excited about that. Kristen, one thing also, and you may or may not know this, or you may have forgotten, when someone is a brand new coach, within 24 hours, they're going to get a welcome to health coaching document, and it actually has everything in there that they need to reach senior coach, and that's all we want to give them. So if you want to go back on the Health Coach Life and Balance page and look under files, you'll see that. And it's so good because you can just keep referring back to that, because if we can keep it really simple, then they don't get overwhelmed. So yay. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. And simple systems now are for you, but we don't really want to introduce those until someone is at least senior coach. So
yeah, that's right. I just wanted to add on to that. Kristen, you've been doing an awesome job getting off to a great start with your health coaching practice, helping a lot of people get healthy. And one of the really beautiful things about the Simple Systems is that it's a just-in-time training. So we're going to bring the tools to you, to your coaches, just at the right time that they need that to really take their business where they want to in the near future. So you got these tools from the boot camp just in time for you to run with your new coach and help her learn. And for her, she's going to start with just like what Paula said, those really simple tools and action steps that she gets in that new coach welcome email.
Sean, what was the biggest, I mean, you've been coaching for so long, you and Megan are global directors, but I mean, now that you're here and you look back of when you were first starting and then some of the teaching, what do you think stood out to you the most?
Mm-hmm. In the boot camp or in ideas of Simple Systems?
I think either one.
Okay, awesome. Well, one of the things that really stood out to us in Simple Systems is the idea of team coaching. And with team coaching, we're always looking to our mentors for support from them at the moment when we need it. And it was just the confidence that we had that we don't have to lead our clients and our coaches alone. And that part of the Simple Systems has really kind of developed in really just the last year, the idea of using three-way calls. So if you have clients who, actually let's start from the very beginning. If you have a new coach, you're a new coach, and you have people who are interested in program, just invite them to hear from your coach and say, hey, I'm new to coaching. And you can say you're new to coaching whether you have 0 clients or whether you have 15 clients. And in some ways, we're all new and learning this process, and say, I'd like for you to meet them and see if one of our programs might be a fit for you. And that was a really big help to us in the beginning. And it was a really big help as we helped other coaches get started too. But then as well, using that when a client is doing well and or struggling, and we just need someone else to kind of speak into their situation and offer them advice for or hope for their health, or encourage them that maybe becoming a coach would be something that could help bring even greater accountability to them and bring more balance around the trilogy.
Yeah. Sean, do you notice a big difference in your coaches who actually use you on three-way calls versus the ones who don't, and of their skills? And can you kind of explain the difference of the growth, I guess, when we use three-way calls?
Absolutely. I think when we see a coach who has the confidence to do three-way calls, it takes a lot of the fear out of the equation. For a lot of people, there's a fear of, I don't know what to say. I don't feel competent enough yet to be confident in this conversation and help convince this person to become a coach, or whatever thoughts they think they have to have. If they can comfortably bring them into a conversation with a coach, we see them just flourish because, one, they've got more experienced coaches that are alongside them that help them, and then they're seeing it in action. And so not only do they get off to a great start because they're trusting us to do that, but then they grow really quickly beyond their start because they've witnessed and been a part of those calls with us. And so they really do know they have the competency beyond that to grow even more independently.
Yeah. And I would dare to say that there's no coach that grows very fast that doesn't use three-way calls. You may get there on your own, but it's not near as fun, and you can get more discouraged. Like Sean was talking about, the competencies. There's not an objection that comes up that those of us who've been coaching for a long time, it doesn't bother us. It's like, oh, that's a really interesting point. Now why would that be a concern for you? Is there, and or cost or whatever. So we actually like it when it comes up, so that we can demonstrate how easy and how comfortable it is to kind of just make it part of conversation and flow back in and address it, but don't stop, don't stop. Because I think when I was a brand new coach, when someone would say, oh yeah, I just can't afford it, or, oh, yeah, I won't do processed foods. I just felt like stuck, like, oh, okay. Well, if you ever think about it, you just felt stuck. You didn't know what to say. But now it's like, really? And so you can just chat a little bit and then keep talking about habits of health and how cool our program is. And it's interesting because all that is filtering. They're just processing out loud. It doesn't necessarily mean that's a cut and dry answer. It's just they're thinking that way. And then as we just chat a little bit and they see the bigger picture, oftentimes, well, most of the time, they will start to think differently. So since we were kind of on the three-way call, and we really want to address your concerns, so please feel free to chat into Sean or I. We want this Tuesday morning to be for you. Go over a few topics, answer questions where you felt stuck, just cheer for each other. Sean, you had, I believe, some people who advanced in rank in the month of May that you were going to celebrate.
Yeah, Paul, and if it's okay, I wanted to maybe wait for that a little bit closer to the end.
Perfect. Yeah, good. I forgot that. I was thinking that we were going to do that first. So three-way calls. Is there anyone who's struggling to do three-way calls, or anyone who's celebrating, going, it's awesome? Give us a little feedback of how you're doing with those, because it is a pretty key component. You guys are all rocking it, doing lots of them, 3 a day. One thing, don't feel like we're too busy. We are never too busy. It's like a client calling you and you think, and they're calling you on day 3 and they have a question. It's like you would never not want, you're excited because they're wanting to, to be successful. And that's how we are. Because remember, when you're successful, then that's fulfillment for us, and we're helping more people, and that's why we do it, honestly. Okay. I do want to encourage you, and so on that. So the three-way calls, feel comfortable. I have to say that sometimes, and I know this is a smidgen of probably a stereotype, but sometimes those of us who are older, who have done a lot of things on our own, we kind of feel like we should know what to do, or we've heard it a few times, so I can figure it out. I mean, really, it's not that hard, and yet it isn't the same. Even if you've done lots of other things, when you bring your coach on with you, the energy's a lot higher, it's more fun, and I promise more people will say yes. It really is.
Hey,
Paula,
it's Megan.
Go right ahead, Megan. I'm not sure if your connection is clear, but let's try.
Oh, okay. Mommy.
Can't hear you. Do you want to try to turn off your video, Megan? And then we can maybe hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, I just want to chime in, slightly off topic, but while I had a free second and the kids are playing happily, and say that, it's really great that we're getting all these simple systems trainings, but even like, and how Kristen was saying, I didn't realize the simple systems was there. Don't overanalyze it. Like, Kristen, I know that you were looking at things in the simple systems, and the simple systems, there's a lot of different stuff that we can utilize. Like, if you look in the whole coach page underneath files, there's a ton of things, but don't let it overwhelm you, I guess, is my piece of advice. Like, I can't remember who said it, but whoever said last night in the training, the boot camp, that we are pretty much raising up new senior coaches and then raising up new senior coaches. That's all our business is. It's don't overcomplicate it, and utilize the things. Utilize the things that are appropriate for your business. Utilize the things that are appropriate for your business, and connect with your mentor if you're feeling overwhelmed or don't know what to use next. Because there's like a lot of stuff. So that's all I wanted to add.
That's good, Megan. You're right. Because honestly, if you can just think, okay, getting to senior coach, what does it take? It takes three-way calls, and it takes just making the offer and putting it out there. If you can imagine that every rank or every title is actually just reaching senior coach again. And so if you can kind of think like that, like you don't really need a lot of information until you're starting to help coach your coaches. So it's real, because it's so simple. That's why anyone can do it. It is the 7th of the month, so we're already 25% through. I guess almost 24.5. How are you guys doing on your goals of what you've set? Some of you have sent in your MAP, which stands for monthly action plan. Some of you have just told your coaches what you want to reach. I want to help 3 more clients this month, or I want to reach senior coach. So the MAP, and Sean's going to share a little bit about that, about the why, but just remember, we want to help you, and we don't know how to give you ideas or inspiration if we're not sure what you want. Hey, Sean, you want to talk about the MAP a little bit?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump in here and share a little bit about the why of the MAP. I think a lot of, just like when we're helping clients get started, or when we're helping a coach get started, it's good to ask the why sometimes before the how. So I want to ask the why about why we do the MAP, and I feel comfortable sharing this with you guys because all of you, you're on this call because you're coaches who want to grow your business. And so just going to talk about a few key points. I'm not going to go over how. If we can post a link in the whole page on where to go directly to the training on the MAP, but what I wanted to share, and really it's important to us. We always look at MAP not as a task to do for Diana or Paul, any of our mentors, but we look at it as a tool that's going to help us be really clear on actions that we want. And so it can give you a few benefits. So one, it's going to help you stay organized. It's going to have what you need to do for helping more people and growing your business really clear and right in front of you. It's really the one-page picture of your business. And so if we can be more organized, then it's a lot easier to be calm, because if we have sticky notes or notes on our phone or things all over the place, it's very difficult to be calm and focused. And when we're calm, then the softer side of that is it's easier to work even when we don't feel like it. And that's such a key part of consistently growing is when it's tough and we're not feeling like it, if we know what to do and we can look at our MAP and say, okay, now I understand, then we can move. And then second, it helps to avoid confusion. Again, kind of the same thing. If we're organized, we're less confused, and we can avoid being in inaction. Then again, it allows you to interact with your coach, and with your coach better understand where you are in your business, and your coach can look at that MAP and kind of help you identify maybe blind spots for yourself or see where things are missing. And it's also a good way to have the conversation with your coach to figure out, okay, where am I exactly? What is it that I want? And they can give you the best steps on how to get there. And all that information that they need is right there on the MAP, just like it's right there for you. So I would really encourage you, if you feel like the MAP is boring or a task that's not interesting to you, think about it as a way to whatever is your motivation, get closer towards that. It's a tool for your sake that you can take out of the toolbox and use to move more quickly towards your goals, or you can leave it alone and move more slowly.
That's so true. Yeah, and it becomes a history document, and we always do our follow-up. So when you write everyone you talk to on the back of it, and many of you have 2 or 3 attached together as far as that contact list, when you flip it over, it's that reminder, oh yeah, I called them on the 3rd. Oh yeah, we had a Facebook message on the 2nd. And it's a couple of weeks later, but you realize, hey, they didn't respond. And so you could send them another, perhaps I missed you in the call or what have you. And as Megan typed in, for every 5 clients, remember, we're trying to identify who are the health coaches, who are the ones who are doing program well, or they're starting to talk about their family and friends, and they are looking forward to that. And so it's not always exactly that, but it is very close to that. And so if you have your map and you have 25, 30 names of clients, but over on the side there's no coaches, then we can help you. It's like, okay, who are your favorite clients? Usually those are the health coach potentials, because they're fun, they're uplifting, they're doing it right, or just doing it. And maybe we could just say, well, could we schedule a 3-way call, just a celebration, and plant seeds and let them get introduced to our community? So that is kind of, a really great place. Your coaches can say 2 or 3, choose those. Or if you have new coaches, it's just that reminder too that is our goal, because it's always in front of us. And so when we say, work on your business every day, and no matter how much time you have to work on your business, if it's 20 minutes a day, try to do it every day. But even that, you just look down and go, oh, let me do those 5 high leverage action steps that are in the corner. I'll start with that. And then, you can work on maybe another step or 2. Who here has sent in their map or made a map and you're using it? Okay. Yeah. Good. Sometimes it seems like a task, like Sean was talking about, but it's really actually just to make your life simpler. Because otherwise it's like, I don't know what to do. I'm sitting down to work on my business. Okay, I'll watch another video. It's like, that's not what we need to do. We actually need to reach out for people. Any questions? Or, share with us, again, takeaways. There's more people on now from last evening. If you didn't get to watch it, the recordings are posted. And so we'll if you're trying to be in boot camp and you are a senior coach and above and you missed the memo, please let us know and we'll put you in. It's a special private group. But it does take senior coach and above, which means you have 5 clients. And there's several reasons for that, because we're really going to be teaching you how to help your clients. But if you don't have clients, it really isn't going to make sense, and also help yourself.
Well, I'd just like to share. I liked the what they said, and I probably can't say it right. We don't tell and sell. We share and care. That's it. And I think that has been part of my problem, because I'm a teacher at heart, and so I want to tell you instead of helping you discover, although I'm getting better at teaching that way with my piano students. So I can use it in both areas of my life. But yeah, I've been trying to be very consistent the past few months using my map. And one thing I'd like to encourage people, when I first started, I've done this now for 13 months. And when I first started, it was very slow going, because probably I was telling and selling. But as it's gone along, those people that I've talked to, I've been amazed in the past 2 months. I'm getting texts. Okay, I'm ready. I'm getting calls. I know I couldn't do it before, but I'm ready now. And it's just like, oh, they're just like falling out of the sky. And maybe not quite like that, but it's been, very encouraging that those seeds that I planted, like a gal, I'm going to start her on Thursday. I talked to her in my first month, so 13 months ago. So just, hang in there. And those people you talk to, like they say, they're not yet. It's not a no, it's a not yet. So
I love that. It's like everyone you talk to, when if you have toddlers, or maybe you were a child and had them, those little funnels where the marbles spin and then they go down the tracks. It's like, if you can imagine that all of your people that you talk to are those marbles, and then they do drop. Sometimes all at once, like Kim was saying, and someone coined the phrase, all of a sudden, everyone's calling. And it wasn't that all of a sudden, truthfully, it's that you've been putting the prep work in behind it. And it's really cool, because it's not about talent. It's about doing the steps and just sharing with people your heart.
Yeah, Kim, I think that was really great to hear, and it's been neat seeing the growth mindset in you the last couple months, and to see you kind of have some aha moments about the simple systems, and it showed up in May for you because it was your first month hitting associate director. So I just want to congratulate you for that, and your coaches Patty and Randy for assisting you there. So great job. There were a couple other coaches that really exciting because all across the Cody team that I just want to recognize as well as their coaches for reaching goals. And each one of these coaches, senior coach in May for the first time. This is the first time doing this. So if you hit new rank ups before May, I'm sorry that we're going to miss you. But we're going to, try from this point forward to give recognition to those of you who are moving your business forward and helping more people. So Aubrey Cluth, who she just hit senior coach. Her coach is Maggie Perry. So great job to both of you. Annie, I can't say her last name very well, and her coach is Katie. Amanda Van Cleek, and her coach is Kyle. Great job to you too. And Brittany Koffenauer, whose coach is Ben Backer. So it's really exciting to see in many different parts of the organization, new senior coaches coming on and really helping to take this towards getting America healthy.
That's good. We had Kenton and Catherine were senior coach as well. And does anyone else have any senior coaches that either you reached a new rank or one of your coaches did that we missed? Just pop off and announce them. We love that. Okay. You guys, we're here. We're totally here, whether it's private message, this group. We want to help. Anyone have any messages or questions you want to type in? I guess if I could say one thing while I'm waiting for someone to unmute, I would say that consistency. Don't get, like how Kim was talking about, she was just consistent. And then all at once, there's more and more people that she has shared with in the past, and they start coming up. They're ready. So presidential Doug Wood or Terry Miller, I guess, said the only difference between a senior coach and a presidential, the only difference is they talk to more people. And it's true, because the process is still the same of coaching your clients.
Paula, can I say something?
Please.
I just wanted to say, I got it from you and Joanna, that Facebook message yesterday that would you allow me to post on your page one time? And I've gotten like almost 25 people allowing me to do that. So if anybody's struggling with getting clients, I was friended by a client from another team who was struggling to get even her first client. So I said, just copy it, and do it on your own wall. But that was something that was so easy. And now this afternoon, I have a call with one of the people that has seen that. So I just wanted to say thank you for whoever came up with that, but also that it was really great to get more word out.
It was. And then Nancy, I was wondering if for those of us who are using that, I'll post it on our team page so that people can get the wording, because it's just a copy and paste. And you're letting them off the hook saying it may not be for you, but would you post it on your wall for the people who are looking? And then Nancy, would you mind copying and pasting your response of what you're posting on each wall?
Sure.
Okay, and then if we each do that, to tell you the truth, I haven't written my reply yet. I just put it out there, and someone asked me, what are you going to put on their wall? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to work on that.
Well, what I did is my before and after picture and my shorter version of my story. So, but I was just planning on putting it up, and then all of a sudden I had 3 hits on it right away. And I go, well, what do I do now?
Yeah. Oh,
and I texted my coach and said, what do I do now? So she gave me a good idea.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that, Nancy, because that's part of why we want these communities, so that you get ideas from each other. But yes, anything you see from another coach, it is fair game. It's actually encouraged. You don't have to ask, can I share your picture? The Get Healthy and Thrive page, that's private. So we have to ask on that one because that's a secret page. But if they put on there and you said, may I share your photo on my wall because your story inspires me? And they say, yes, go ahead. But that's the only time we have to ask. But any coaches, you just copy away. None of us wrote our own stuff, very seldom, a few times. But it's cool to see other people because there's enough people for all of us to help. We're not competing. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. In closing, anyone want to give an encouragement or an idea? 5, Kristen said her goal was 5 new clients and she's already gotten 1. That's an awesome idea because remember, there's going to be some people going to transition. There's going to be a few who weren't ready. And so so it's not about you, it's about them. And then you have your diehards, your 4 consistent ones. So keep adding and you will grow and in your circle of, I guess, influence of the people that you've played a part in saving their life is huge. Sean, any closing comments?
Just that I'm really excited for the national convention. Most of the people on this call, just looking at the list, are already registered. But if you're not, amazingly, there are still a few spots left. So it's not late. It's a really exciting time because really, I mean, a big reason that we do Take Shape for Life is to have fun and to be around people that we enjoy being around and improve ourselves and improve the lives of the people around us. And all of that comes together at National Convention. And it's so exciting. And you're going to learn a lot of hard skills and soft skills there. And this might sound funny for a technical person to say, there's kind of this osmosis that happens, and you just kind of get the whole feeling of what Take Shape for Life is about. And every year that we come away from National Convention, we are inspired and see big growth in our business and in our coaches teams after that. So just wanted to encourage everyone to consider joining, and that if you are going, you're making a great decision and you're gonna have a lot of fun.
I love it that you encourage, and we actually, more of the culture comes within us, and we realize that we're here to serve. We're not here to sell, as Kim was talking about. We're here to share and care and not sell and tell. Yeah, but yeah, it's just going to help you so much. So everyone have a great Tuesday. If you haven't sent in your goals to your health coach, just let them know. Just send it quick. It doesn't have to be complicated if you don't feel like that, but just send them something. And we'll see you all next Monday night on our, training call, and then next Tuesday morning on our health coach call. Okay.